I guess, yeah, maybe I'll read one from my tree book. I think I have this one memorized, but you never know. This is called Endemic, or an open letter from the Devil's Hole pupfish regarding an ongoing effort to keep the population from going extinct. Okay. We are 35 fish in a single pool. You call Devil's Hole, Nevada. This is the only home we have ever known. Human efforts have brought us back from the brink of extinction, but many of you still wonder, why bother with such a little fish? We were not given the cleverness to invent the atomic weapons you tested in our deserts. And yet, we found this crevasse without the assistance of wings or legs, measuring 72 feet long by 11 feet wide and deeper than any human knows. How much is an unsolved mystery worth to you? How much would you pay for one more answer to the question, why are we here? Can you truly learn nothing from creatures surviving in Earth's most marginal places? Don't you see, Earth is also one blue pool? We did not choose your guardianship voluntarily. We fell into your hands because you took our lifeblood for your crops. Is our upkeep a greater burden than adding one more ghost to your menagerie? After how many erasures is restitution due? This is our only request. Do not collect us as curios of a dying planet. Return your stolen treasure. So maybe I'll read two more, but my question now is, do you want to go heavier or lighter?
Lighter.
Lighter. Okay, cool. Yeah. I got heavier poems than that, but okay. Do you want to read? Do you want to hear a poem about whales or sourdough bread? Bread. Okay. This one is maybe also intense, but in a different way. Okay. Great. Here's a recipe for a perfect sourdough bread. My friend gave me a sourdough starter, and I looked online how to use something, how to make something out of it. And the recipes are just like super complicated. You scroll and scroll and scroll, and there's all these ads in between. Like you've probably been to a recipe on the internet, right? So I was trying to summarize it to make it a little bit simpler, to condense all the information I got from different websites into one recipe. So this is my recipe. I get asked all the time for a simple, no-fuss sourdough recipe for a perfect loaf every time. Visualize the perfect glistening loaf, shining from within like the beginning of the universe. Watch me squish it like a pool noodle. Name your firstborn child after this loaf and swear on your child's life you will achieve perfection. If this overwhelms you, please leave now. You are not worthy of the dough. If you are still with me, preheat your oven to 412 degrees, assuming you are 9 furlongs above sea level. Board the next flight to Cairo. Travel south along the Nile until you encounter a cicada ibis with 3 fish in its mouth. Spend the next months building relationships with local wheat farmers. Take in the wide blue sky, the green sheaves waving oasis breeze. When you have earned the farmer's trust, they will share a single grain of einkorn, preserved in its heirloom perfection for 12,000 years. Return home and plant that grain 15 millimeters deep in well-draining soil receiving full sun. Using a sharp knife, slit the tip of your ring finger and spill your blood in a circle around seeds of fertilizer. Repeat every 28 days until the summer solstice, consulting your local farmer's almanac and adjust for your local climate. Never tire. Strength of the dough is rising within you. Increase your oven's temperature to 450 degrees. When your einkorn plant ripens, you should yield approximately 110 grains. When the harvest moon sinks into the blue hills, plant these seeds on 5-inch hexagons in under its light. Continue multiplying your grain yearly until you have 455 grams. Repeat this process with individual grains of spelt, kemmer, coarsan. I like to keep things simple by mixing these in equal proportions. Stone grind your grain mixture using a donkey-powered mill. Test the protein content of the flour. If it is lower than 12%, throw it out and start over. Wrap a linen cheesecloth around your eyes. Rock back and forth reciting the Bhagavad Gita until its deathless nectar spills from your eyes. Immediately wring this cloth out into the mixing bowl and incorporate the liquid until no clumps remain. Form the dough into a loaf while facing Mecca. Pull and gather the dough repeatedly, praising each of God's names until all 650 have been spoken. Do not pause to sleep. Allow the dough to rise, strapped to your back while you climb Mount Kilimanjaro. When you reach its peak, shout your sourdough's lineage into the wind, beginning with the name of the person who gave you their starter, who they got it from, and so on until you reach the beginning of time. Denounce all the gods and saints you have ever prayed to. By the time you descend, your oven should have preheated. Turn down the temperature to 375 degrees. Wait 12 hours if your kitchen is 82 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 hours if your kitchen is 18 degrees Celsius, or 3 hours if your kitchen is 105 degrees Fahrenheit. After your dough has proofed at the correct time, cover it in a layer of your own saliva. Place it in a Dutch oven, and place the oven inside your oven. Stare unblinkingly at your bread for 25 minutes. Blink once, then continue staring an additional 17 minutes. If you set a timer, you have failed. Remove your new loaf from the oven, slice it in half and gaze upon it. In its crumb you will see yourself as a child, playing at a field at the beginning of the universe, and realize consciousness only exists to manifest sourdough bread in the physical realm. You must keep your tongue pressed firmly against the roof of your mouth to avoid disintegrating into pure potentiality. A message will then arise in your mind, whisper it to your child self, and it will become the seed of the next universe. Using a sharp knife, carve your social security number into the loaf using Roman numerals. Post a photo of your loaf and tag me at Frederick Poetry so I can check it out. You have come this far. The perfect loaf is nearly within your grasp. Allow the dough to rest for 1 hour, then fast for 21 days, holding nothing but the pristine awareness of the loaf you have created and all of its cosmic implications. Before your body fails you, reheat 1 slice of bread in the toaster oven set to low, slather with your favorite topping, and enjoy the universe experiencing itself. Set your oven to 50 degrees Celsius, then unplug your oven, drive into the ocean, throw it into the waves, and swear never to bake again. You have become worthy of your dough. Is that my time or do I have 1 minute?
You can do it on
Okay. I'll read 1 minute for palate cleanser, 1 minute poem. For my tree books. It's got a weird note to end on, but it's good. A very short poem called Dawn is a Place in the Sky. Above all of this, dawn is one ongoing phenomenon. I saw it from an airplane window as salmon honey spilled over a cloud meadow. Looking down at earth where night and day are considered separate ephemera, I saw clearly. We have always been on the precipice of darkness, always at morning's door. I do not say that a new world is being born or an old world is dying out of hope or despair, just the truth of immutable revolutions. Thank you everyone for having me. Maybe these fancy bookmarks which you can have, they're free.
Nice. Thanks.
Trying to get my head checked.